Yammer and the hammer chime. That's better. Welcome to Yammer and the Hammer, direct from Hamilton, Ontario, also known as The Hammer. This is my outlet, my therapy, because I talk too much. This is the last installment of the great Bronco road trip, a stop in Colorado before we begin a long journey home. I'll be continuing with my feature, Nature in the Faces, and also keep a keen eye out for that pesky Yeti, named after our Bronco, the Sasquatch. First place, Garden of the Gods. Yeah, it's one of those places that kind of smacks you in the face of really how stunning it is. It's a national landmark that has crazy geology, cool history, fun trails, epic views, and it's all free. With a mix of high desert and mountain ecosystems, you get yucca, cacti, and pine trees all in one walk. The towering rock formations made of sandstone, limestone, and conglomerates dating back to over 300 million years ago. The rocks were originally horizontal, but thanks to the uplift of the Rocky Mountains, they were tilted almost vertical, some leaning at 70 degrees. There is balanced rock, kissing camels, and cathedral spires. Native American tribes, including the Ute, Apache, and Cheyenne, considered the area sacred, but the name Garden of the Gods actually came from two surveyors in the 1850s. One said it'd be a great place for a beer garden. The other said it's a fit place for the gods to assemble. And smush, we have Garden of the Gods. It could just easily have been beer gods. Epic views with Pikes Peak as a backdrop. And if you look close enough at the Cheyenne Mountain, you can see the towers of NORAD. Now, NORAD stands for North American Aerospace Defense Command, a joint US-Canada military organization detecting incoming missiles, aircraft, or just space stuff. Buried deep inside Cheyenne Mountain, originally built during the Cold War to survive a nuclear blast, it's like a real-life James Bond villain lair. 2,000 feet into the granite with massive blast doors and buildings inside the mountain. They sit on giant shock absorbers. It can seal itself off completely. Self-contained power, water, and air systems. Kind of like my basement here. Yes, and that Santa tracker. It started as a joke due to a misprinted phone number in 1955. And NORAD has been playing with it ever since and going along with it, which kudos to them. Next up, the Manitou cliff dwellings near Manitou Springs, Colorado at the foot of, once again, Pikes Peak. The mountain that inspired the writing, America the Beautiful. The dwellings aren't in their original location. They were moved and reconstructed to preserve ancestral Puebloan architecture and to educate the public. Originally located in the Four Corners region near Mesa Verde, these structures date back approximately 800 to 1200 AD. From the advanced civilization known for their cliff dwellings, pottery, and irrigation systems. In the early 1900s, there was growing concern about the destruction and looting of archaeological sites in the Southwest. A man named Virginia McClurg, founder of the Colorado Cliff Dwellings Association, it's a mouthful, aimed to preserve these sites and educate the people. To achieve this, a portion of the cliff dwellings was carefully disassembled and moved to Manitou Springs and reconstructed using the original stones. The site was chosen for its beauty and accessibility to tourists. The reconstruction was done authentically as possible, although it is a combination of several different Puebloan sites. Opened to the public in 1907, the site was designed to be both an educational museum and a preservation project. Today, it serves as cultural and historical site, offering exhibits and information about Puebloan life, tools, and traditions. But some Native American groups and archaeologists have raised concerns about relocating sacred structures, even for preservation. On the way to our next stop, we had to check out Gold Camp Road, as it is steeped in eerie legends and ghostly tales, particularly surrounding its historic tunnels. While these stories are rooted in local folklore, they continue to captivate adventurers and paranormal enthusiasts. Tunnel 2. Some claim to see a shadowy figure leaning against the wall, which disappears as they approach. That is a hint. There are also other accounts of vehicles moving uphill while in neutral, as if pushed by unseen forces, and ghostly figures appearing near the tunnels. The most famous tale of all involves a tragic school bus accident in 1987, where it is said a bus full of children were trapped in Tunnel 3 when it collapsed, resulting in their deaths. Visitors claim to hear children's laughter in Tunnels 1 and 2, and chilling screams in Tunnel 3. Some report finding tiny handprints on their vehicles, or feeling unexplained sensations like tugging on their clothes or scratches on their skin. However, historical records do not support the occurrence of such an accident. The tunnel's collapse was due to structural failure, not a bus crash. The blood-like stains inside Tunnel 3 are attributed to rust of iron-rich rocks, not to sinister events. The tunnels are accessible via Gold Camp Road. Where the road is open to vehicles, it is advisable to exercise caution, especially at night, as the tunnels are narrow and unlit and haunted. Now to the Seven Bridges Trail in Colorado Springs. I'll leave a link in the description for this fun trail. It is named for its 7 charming wooden bridges. They cross over North Cheyenne Creek. These bridges not only enhance the trail's aesthetic appeal, but also serve as landmarks, helping hikers gauge their progress along the route. Each one is marked by a number. The trail begins along a former railroad that was once used to transport gold ore from Cripple Creek. Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me. If I spring a leak, she mends me. Sorry, this is what Tracy lives with, sorry. To Colorado Springs for processing. Approximately 5.78 miles round trip with an elevation gain of 1,597 feet. It offers a moderately challenging hike. Past the 7th bridge, the trail continues into Jones Park. It offers access to additional hiking paths and opportunities for further exploration. But also be sure to visit the picturesque Helen Hunt Falls. Not to be mistaken with the actress, but Helen Marie Hunt Jackson, a 19th century poet and Native American activist. As we made our long, flat, and boring drive home, we did stop at Kanopolis State Park in Kansas for some rooftop camping on our beast, where no CMs left some pretty big CM marks upon Tracy. What can you do? A time-lapse video shows just how easy it is to set up, but not quite this fast. And it's pretty good. There's another video coming out showing the whole process, but it was pure awesomeness. It was a lovely, quiet park with fantastic sunset, and to my surprise, an amazing area for night sky photography. I looked up and saw nothing but stars. It was absolutely stunning. From there, we ventured on to Mushroom Rock State Park for more of nature's weirdly shaped sculptures. The park's distinctive mushroom-shaped rock formations are from Dakota sandstone concretions, remnants of an ancient beach, and sediments from approximately 66 to 144 million years ago. The head being harder and the shaft being a little softer, it eroded much quicker, giving us that mushroom. The largest of these formations measures about 27 feet in diameter. I hope you've enjoyed the series. If you did, maybe consider liking, subscribing, as we will have other adventures awaiting. I'll also be having review and tutorial videos on the horizon. Each one of them will be categorized in its own neat little playlist. Until then, Scooby-Doo-wah. I will leave you with a few pictures from Casey, Illinois, where if you want the world's largest whatever, they got it. Enjoy.